We're about to drink some spring water from a leaf cup. Well, Zoe, it's nice to see that after I guess it must be 4 or 5 days pass by, and is it tens, possibly hundreds of thousands of people united, seemingly the vast majority united against you, either asking for accountability, insulting you for good reason. And your response so far has been not just to address it and reflect and seemingly, at best apologize and say, hey, I hear what you're all saying. I'm going to take some time, rethink my behavior, XYZ. No. You keep posting like ain't nothing going on. All of these people all together telling you you're disrespecting the place you're in or whatever. But of course, you'll just listen to the people. You know how easy it is for bad behavior to just, especially when you have a following, for just finding people, especially people who think they might benefit interacting with you. No one is, the lack of self-reflection is crazy. You haven't stopped to reflect properly, it seems. At least properly. Because I can't say you ain't reflect at all, but you keep posting. You haven't even stopped to just stop posting in general and to just give it some time. No, you still posting at a rate. And it's not even tens of thousands. It's literally, I see the statistics. It is at least over 100,000 unique people, possibly more than that. That's crazy, and you still don't get it. And I here feeling like a real ass because my thinking was, I don't want to dogpile on a women. I feel like colonialism and patriarchy goes together. They work together. I'm like, hey, I'm trying to unlearn things. I'm a man who's made many mistakes in my life. I really don't like the idea. A friend of mine, Jimmy, once told me, you have to be real careful with people who find too much joy in pointing fingers. And I appreciate him saying that to me, because I felt like for years and years and years, I felt too much moral indignation and zealousness for like pointing out people's issues. And I've been trying to be more patient with people. But I really had to go at least somewhat scorched earth on this. I don't want to call your names or nothing. I try not to say some of the things that other people are saying who are not wrong in my mind. First off, accurately, you're a culture vulture. You do not give a shit about any of these islands. You do not care. And that's the next thing, is almost every island talking against you. And you still don't see, okay, cool. Made me think of that next fella. I don't know if he was German, if he was one of the Scandinavian countries, but it was one of those European countries. A man came down here. I feel like some of y'all hopefully will remember what I'm talking about. A man came down here to, I guess, vagrant himself from one end of the island to the next end and then back. And he was doing it because he heard Trinidad, I remember the story to be, he heard Trinidad was dangerous and whatnot, but he wanted to prove that we're good people. Oh man, thank you so much. Thank you. We need you to do that. Okay. So you come down here and put yourself into like the most unnecessarily desperate situation. And then you parade yourself as someone who is an extreme minority in this country. So you will be immediately seen as a helpless foreigner. And of course, there will be some people who do have 2 cents to rub together, but they will take off the shit from their own back and give it to you. And you don't see how that's actually taking advantage of certain vulnerable people. And I could get why you could get that confused, but there's just so little reflection in this idea. And there's so much to gain, right? You can come to this place, and as a white person, as a white foreigner, as a fair-skinned foreigner, you could come here and get all this attention that you're not getting in your country because you're incredibly unremarkable where you're from. Because that's really what it is. That's what it is. And as a white person myself, seeing that is embarrassing. It real embarrassing. It frustrating. It's make me want to cuss you. I hate that you and I are generally the same thing. You know what I mean? I hate that I have the same benefits. And there's a bunch of tactics I can use to try and benefit from these things, but I avoid it. But y'all don't have nothing under the surface. I actually hate that I get the attention. I know I'll get certain attention for this video for a bunch of stupid reasons. And yet no one will know what I do, the actual skills that I like, the things that I work hard on, the things that I care about, the things that I do think are worth taking in. And I am here hating how much this is like it feels like a cheap trick to get more attention. And yet here you are, just exploiting it for everything you would get from it. So that fella that came down here and vagranted himself, as I said, from one end of the country to the next, and feel like he's telling us something profound about us. Of course he got robbed. Of course he got robbed. Because of course he put himself in front of enough desperate eyes. And I mean, it could have happened to him in Chicago. It could have happened to him in his own country. But he want to play ass here so that his country don't have to take accountability for it. But apparently we do. Because he's going to prove that we're good people. And you see the Christmas list guy? Yeah, calling his name too. Because people wanted to act like he was doing something good for us. Has there been any change of attitude? Has he really highlighted anything other than getting a set of bad men to give up a bunch of secrets about themselves or how they run? Like, I remember being there and being like, yo, the self-snitching is crazy. Is crazy. What y'all getting out of this? He's sharing the profits of all the attention he gets. What are y'all getting out of this? And people act like he did something for us, and I find it baffling. What? Why was he given all of this? And all it is, in my mind, apart from white privilege, because that's what he was, is celebrity worship. Is just the ugly celebrity worship where we don't think beyond it. We just don't think. We don't think. We really, really exit from thinking, from any kind of thought. There was some, and I feel like I should have closed off. I feel like this is too long, but I'm gonna mention this. And I hate to mention it, but there was some artist I was with him. I know who it is actually, but I don't want to call her name, but I have to say it. Compared him to Nelson Mandela. Compared Christmas list to Nelson Mandela. The man who fought apartheid. The man who fought apartheid in South Africa. Call him Nelson Mandela. Call Christmas list Nelson Mandela. Well, our next brethren of mine, Zidane, he would have said they won. They won. Colonials won. The legacy is triumph. It's triumphant. It's crazy. This was obviously a long rant. I apologize for how long-winded it is. Probably not much of y'all making it to the end, but I felt like I had to get it off my chest because I felt embarrassed after doing enough research to see how light I went on Zoe. I should have never said, hey, everyone makes mistakes, because I feel like I make mistakes. Have some grace for people. I should have never said nothing like, hey, you're better than that. Clearly you're not. Clearly you are not. Please leave us alone. And I know that's probably not going to happen because you clearly don't have shame, but I really do wish you leave us alone, Zoe.